Welcome back to Post and Panels. Let's play some more House of Iron 4. We're apparently still playing as the Global Defense Council or Anarchist Aragon. We have obviously the victory screen here, or the end screen, where I did feel betrayed a bit on the way the points work. I always feel betrayed in the way how the points work in House of Iron, so I guess that's fine. I did ask you guys whether you want me to continue or not, and there were voices for continuing and none for not continuing. There was a admittedly important voice for playing some more EU4, and I'm pleased to say that I've already started recording some EU4, and I believe at the time that you get to see this, there's already at least been one episode delivered of that. So, there's gonna be an EU4 run every day at noon European time, Central European time, and there's gonna be House of Iron at midnight whenever I can make it happen. I'm gonna see if I can record a bunch in a row and then just release them. I hope it won't be taking too long to complete what we started here. There's been a call for a world conquest. I don't know if that's gonna be an actual world conquest. We'll see how much annoyingness that means. But I will... okay, fine. I will punch these guys, the Axis, which is apparently the world, more or less. So, yeah. We might leave a tiny person here or there, but generally, yeah, the world is gonna burn. Now, there are issues here. One being that, I mean, that's a lot, sure. The other being that borders are a problem. I mean, we're fine here. This is an obvious border against, well, not Italy. Forgot that we, do we own it? No, it's there. And then on the axis there. Now, this is the right color map mode. Okay. Looked a bit weird earlier. Alright, this is what we're going to be fighting. Not the Swedes, I don't think. I think this is just, yeah, they don't like the Germans. But everything that's blue plus the green. So... again, the European border, that's just normal. We're attacking, essentially doing a France versus Germany thing here. With a bit of an issue with the exclave we have up here in Holland. Which we may or may not defend. I mean, I want to defend it. So I probably should. It does give me a nice little pocket generation point here. So that might be nice. But that part, I'm not too worried about. Yeah, we're going to see whether the Germans are super powerful and going to kill us all. But I don't think that's going to happen. The bigger issue is defending all our overseas assets. Because we have a bunch of stuff here that we don't want to lose. A bunch of rubber mostly, some oil. Don't care so much about the tiny islands, but I do want to defend Oceania. Which, I mean, clearly there are ways. Our fleet is a bit anemic, if I remember correctly. While we do have a whole frick ton of submarines. And we can unleash that unrestricted submarine warfare for sure on the Japanese. Our main fleet is pretty garbage. We have one battleship. We're building a bunch, but they are probably going to take their sweet time. Then we have a bunch of light battle cruisers here, which is good, but they're not going to be enough to fight actual ships. So if the enemy invasion fleet comes, that might be a bit of a problem. We have enough recon around here to set that up. That's all nice. Convoy escorts, a bunch of destroyers. It's okay. Not a ton. I think I was kind of looking to move more of these destroyers into convoy escort, replacing them with light battle cruisers as screens. But we don't really have anything to screen for right now, is my issue. Now we can do a lot with torpedoes, but we don't have a lot of boats that have torpedoes at the moment. So we'll have to see. Oh, could be interesting. We're gonna have to see whether we need resources, because there's a bunch of stuff we can do to get a bunch of resources. Why is this two different? Expand resource extraction and prospect for resources. Anyway. So that's gonna be an issue. How is my battleship production? I'm not even producing most of these. Oh, because I'm sure we lost a bunch of dockyards in the peace deal. Yeah, we didn't get to keep all the land we took, so we lost a bunch of dockyards there. So we have 2 battleships actively being produced, and they're going to take a while. 51. Light battle cruisers. Is it me or do these look different? Must be me. More light battle cruisers. Recon cruisers, more light battle cruisers, more recon cruisers, bunch of submarines. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set some of my submarine lines, because I have so many. I'm going to set them to 1. So finish the submarine you're working on right now, but then I'm going to move them over to building me some heavy battleships here. And that's 3 lines. That's already going to be enough to build this, so we can keep the rest up for now. I have similar issues with the production of everything else, because we also lost factories. Now we're okay on all the things. Mechanized being a bit low, so I'm happy we have a lot of factories on that. Heavy tanks, light tanks we don't care about, but modern tanks. We have decent amounts of modern tanks. We do have that artillery. I don't know if we ever put artillery into our tank units. Where's my tanky boys? We did not. Could consider running them with some self-propelled artillery. I mean, that's what I built it for. Let's see what that would do. If you replace one of you with a self-propelled artillery, does that increase combat width? Yes, it does. I mean, I like the idea of running 2. Let's go back. Let's replace one more of you with that, and remove one of you. So what would this do? We lose 32 HP, which is a decent amount. 4.3 orc. You're very low on orc already, so that's kind of bad. Some suppression, which is not a problem. Increased supply research, which is fine. We gain decent soft attack, but not like nuts amounts. Lose a ton of hard attack in the progress. Lose defense, lose breakthrough, armor piercing. I might not want to run that. This used to be good, but it feels like these are not good anymore. Right? I mean, I'm losing a lot more than I'm gaining here. Yeah, I get some more soft attack, which is great against infantry, but we're already really good on that. And losing that ton of hard attack is going to be bad against tanks, and everything else is just going to be bad. Huh. That kind of surprises me, honestly. Okay. Let's reset, cancel this. Don't think I need to reset there. But that means, for me at least, at the moment, that I don't want these lines of self-propelled artillery at the moment. Because they're just eating up my factories and my resources for nothing. Now, armored cars are unlikely to be what I really want in exchange, or instead of it. I'm bidding fighters. Fighters are going to be good. We're going to use some naval bombers, but I think we have a ton of naval bombers available, right? Naval bombers, 4,000. This is a good number to fight over the seas over here. So I don't think I need to be too deep into construction of that. I think we have enough air force that we don't necessarily need to... Oh, we don't have tons of jet fighters. And we have a ton in the air, I believe. But... maybe it's fighters for now, and then if we ever get CAS tech, so close air support, then we might want to go and build some of that. Also, we're going to want to build jet fighter 2s very soon. At least start researching them, yeah, and then close air support would be very nice. Although I don't know if you're supposed to do that with jet tactical bombers in this age. It's possible, because they can also do close air support. And maybe the jets, the 1950 jets are just better than the 1944 CAS. I don't know. Might be. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my production line of... and this episode, by the way, is going to be a complete preparation episode. We're not going to have any war action unless I get declared on. But yeah, let's drop this line. Apparently I can't use you. I guess I keep these 15 on building armored cars. That's going to be fine. And I'm going to add a bunch more jet fighter production for now. Let's do this many. Alright. Then we're going to have to completely reshuffle our divisions because everybody's busy in places. I think the main thing is going to be an attack on the Germans and the Italians, right? So I'm going to want this guy with filled up refreshened armies. Do have random troops hanging around. That's 4, 5, 6. Join him. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Join him. This is fat infantry and then just a bunch of infantry, right? And 2 of... Oh, some mechanized units. That's fine. The mechanized units... I mean, there are probably areas where they're better and worse. I guess in the north would be better. Let's see what happens if I grab you. Delete all your orders. And put you on this front. You're not even going to be on the... Italian front at all because you don't see that this is one enemy. So I guess fine. Okay, you seem to have used these in order, right? Yellow. No, you didn't. No, the order is just something weird. I'm gonna be okay with this. I dislike having the reds over on the river here. But otherwise this is fine. And I'm gonna draw a plan to go to Berlin. So that's gonna be that. My tanks are gonna have special units, the special orders, and then I guess my marines. Do I want to do any naval invasions right away? Kind of feel like that's a no. Is Siam in the Axis? Where's this green? Give me this map mode. Thank you. Siam is not in the Axis. Okay. Not yet. So this whole stuff is going to be annoying. But I don't think I want real fighting forces down there. Nor in Italy. Nor in Africa. That's what the thing is called. There's the Italian land, which is defended somewhat. It's not going to be super defended, but there's going to be people there. So maybe... What do I do? So I take purple division. Why is this 25 people? What happened to the rest of you? Where are you at? Why do you still have that order? You did kill all your... Okay, apparently that doesn't kill all the sub-orders. Maybe it's only true for the... For the fallback line? I don't know. I'm gonna go all of you. I think I'm going to remove 24. I don't have mountaineers, do I? I don't think so. You good at anything? Not really. I'm going to remove you from the moment. Can I just... Yes. Wait, how did the... Someone that lost you your general? And now it's going to... I mean, it's going to take time for our guys to get places anyway. So, why am I doing this? Because I want to have not quite everybody on this front. I also have to think of this place. And I feel like I have a lot of troops, but I still feel like I don't have enough. So maybe you guys get this front then. And the plan to go south like this. And then you're going to join back in there. I could probably have given them their own order anyway, but this works. Now, that still didn't deal with Italy, nor all the other places. So Italy, guess I'm gonna bring my Marines for now. I mean, maybe 24 guys is enough, but it feels like this is not the time where 25 people hold the mountains down here. So... Wait, how is... Oh no, it's 2 different TLs. Of course it is. Of course it is. So I'm gonna have you do that. Do you just bring in the Marines there? Who are you? I am paused. Oh, you're doing random naval invasions over here. You're just leftover. Leftovers from the war. I like it. Let's get you over here as well. So I will grab this front line, cut it down to like half-ish. You 24 people. And have you be here. Like that. And front line just the same. And I did mean to kill all your other orders. I didn't kill all your other orders, but that's simple enough. Like that. So we have the German and the Italian borders in the mainland covered. We have not protected mainland or European Denmark here. It's a bunch of civilian factories which I don't necessarily want to lose. And it gives us another inn. I could put my tanks there. I mean, sure, there's a river crossing here at Kiel, but if we get to crush through there, then we can just go through the northern plains and forests here. It seems kinda good. And then I have to consider whether I can bring in other people, other infantry later. Or do I have so many people on here? Maybe I have so many people on here that I can remove one of these, one more of these. If I take like one of these 25ers. Are you 25 people here in red? I think you are. No, you're 30. 24, I mean, obviously. What are your plans? I mean, you must be planned in here, right? You're probably these guys. I'm gonna grab these guys. Kill their orders. And yeah, the Field Marshal did stretch the other orders. That's good. Put you here with a job to go on, I guess, like this. Ish. Alright. So that's Germany and Italy then. Watch me have another go. I do have random land over here, which is good land. But I don't think that defending this is in the cards. We can't supply our units over here really well. It's to be over the water. I mean, Turkey's not in the war, nor... No, these guys are though. Seems like too much of a stretch of my troops if I try to defend this. I mean, because I also have to deal with like Africa and stuff, right? Oof. We may have to build some more units before we go for the whole shebang. So one group of troops here that could be my Italian forces. Which kind of want to be like split in half and in half. So grab everybody. Kill your orders. And then split you in half twice. Put you on here with a front line to, with a plan to go here. Then take another 6. 6. On here with a order to go here. Take another 6 guys to deal with this Italian problem here. Some of these are probably going to be very easy to take, but that then just frees up troops I can send elsewhere. I think that's fine. Take the last 6. put them on this front. Hope that that's enough. Big war plans. Does that cover all of the... Okay, there's a tiny bit of access down there. Sierra Leone and Gambia. Then islands which I don't want to care for. I think these I'm going to do with Coast Guard units. I hope to remember to do that. So that's you. These are my Marines. Now. Do you have any other major land problems? It's going to be a bit of a scuffle over here, but that I hope to do with Coast Guard units as well. I'm not going to defend that. I don't think I need to defend in the Americas. Well, there's Peru and Venezuela. I don't think they directly border me anywhere. Do they? Actually, that's not at all true. I do have random land down here. No, it probably doesn't matter too much. This is no resources, no nothing. 2 factories. This is 3 factories. This is a bunch of factories. Then up here, I think Guatemala is in the access as well, right? No, you're non-aligned. Didn't I see some access stuff over here? El Salvador. I used to have fascists. Yeah, that's that access. Allies still alive. So I'm not afraid of El Salvador, but they're gonna try and at least take this, which is a lot of factories. And I don't know that Coast Guard units can deal with that. I may have to split my Marines up. Because they're essentially the only... That's actually not true. I have another 24 units. No, I gave you a job, didn't I? Did I give you a job? Apparently not all of you. I'm pretty sure I put these guys on the front somewhere. It's these, right? Yeah. So you want to all be... Yes. On that yellow arrow. Don't know why we missed some. And I have 8 Marines here. I mean, you can be my American army, right? Now, 8 Marines against the Axis forces in Venezuela and Peru is a bit little. Yeah. I might actually have to get my 24 Marines over here. Try to deal with this. Yeah, we're running a war at many fronts, and I'm not happy about it. We're gonna have to manually do 2 fronts here, because they don't understand that this is the same enemy if you're not at war. Which, I mean, could be the case. This I'm just gonna give up for the moment, right? I'm gonna push back in there once I've pushed this. Don't see myself defending that. So now I have my 8 Marines from here. Which... I mean, there's still San Salvador. Maybe I do that and then I see where I go from there. Are you Axis? You're in the Axis. Maybe I do 4 and 4. Just hope that my superior technology or something does something here. I don't actually know that I have superior technology, but against these little guys, I might. And these don't all have to be attacking fronts, although it would be nice if they could be, so I could free up some units once they take the land. But if they just defend my stuff, that's also a big help. So, and then you join in on here. And then all my guys are accounted for, except for my tanks. My tanks I definitely want to push through German stuff, right? I think my tanks are going to be my push. I'm going to have to cross the Rhine, which is going to be problematic. But otherwise I plan to go straight through the German lowlands into Berlin. So, tanky boys, kill all your orders if you have any. Grab a front line near Sedan. And that kind of worked, I guess. And then drive all the way into Berlin. Just like that. Probably with a spearhead order. Now, I thought once that I knew, compared to the offensive line, the spearhead will aggressively try to take all provinces as they were there when the order was first painted without adjusting to the changes. First spearheads when you need to overlapping encirclements, cutting off the enemy, or for more controlled smaller thrusts. Yeah, I think this is a more controlled smaller thrust. We might have to work on that once they get there. I think I have a few more tanks here that can join in on that. It's gonna be fine. Okay, that's all my major forces accounted for. Major forces. Now, I'm gonna take my submarine fleets. First of all, why are you only 3 submarines? Are you not set to be 6? Probably not. Somebody was lazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? 3, 6, 9. So you can actually take another 6 subs. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep. And I'm gonna give you the job to be always 6 subs. There you go. And then you are 10, I think. Yes. I'm gonna turn you into 10 as well. And I'm planning to do a giant submarine warfare, mostly on the Japanese, and then maybe a little bit on the Germans as well. I mean, surely a little bit. Question is how much that little bit will be. But general idea is to keep the Japanese completely cut off of resources. And also try to keep them in their ports so they don't actually try to take my islands. And my Australia and all that, which I guess technically is an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like it might actually be 10. Not sure. Just say there's only 1 incoming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. So I can grab another 6. And add them in there. Wait, now this is 7? What the heck just happened? What? So there's 1 submarine merging with my task force 21, which I hope is these guys. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And then 1, which is an actual submarine fleet, which I'm not allowed to change the composition of. Really. These things are gonna at least frustrate me. Let's do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 more. 5, 6, I think. Like that. That's how I was supposed to click there. And then have you be... Oh no. None light cruisers. 6 submarines. Any more light cruisers in here? No. 161 submarines. Alright. So all that, so I can then kill all your orders. And tell you to convoy raid, hold, kill all your orders. Convoy raid in, definitely around Japan, whoops. Convoy raid, oh right click, right, yeah. I'm like out of the game for 10 days or whatever it took me to run out of videos. And I'm already horrible at this. Alright. So I think these guys are just gonna focus on the home islands. We might have to retract them if air power is too big there. Honestly, maybe I should not do it this way. Could consider to do the cut off one further away, right? Leave them their home islands. Let them do that. Let's raid like this. Still stops their trade with everything but Manchuria, I think. Should stop them from sending ships to me, and it should leave me out of the range of their most dangerous naval bombers. Because that's one. The second one, I'm gonna kill all your orders. Kill all your orders again. No, I think that's fine now. Convoy raid. And you guys, I wanna kinda keep control of all the stuff around my islands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it say somewhere how many regions I gave you orders for? No. Maybe there is a place, but I don't see it. So I don't want to overstretch them, obviously, but I do want them to defend all my land. Maybe this for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or something. Ish. So that's bare minimum, I think, what we need over there. And then all of India is also evil, right? So I kind of want another group of these guys. Once again, getting so close to the coast might be a problem. Maybe, but I do want to defend Madagascar here. That's not Madagascar, this is Madagascar, that's Sri Lanka. I guess I do want to defend my own coast. Defensive submarine warfare. Something like this, maybe even here. And then I'm gonna have to make a bunch more submarine fleets. I mean, I have a bunch more submarines here. It's at least 2 more full things of submarines with some spares. Because I do want to deal with German exports here and maybe even in the Mediterranean. Although Mediterranean, once again, might be an issue with naval bombers. But I'm going to make those fleets in between episodes to be nice to you. So we're not quite done with setup, but we have a rough plan, right? Armies are mostly set up. I still have to do Coast Guards. Let's quickly do that before I forget. I want to build a bunch more Coast Guard, I think. Maybe like this-ish. Because we're going to have a ton of Coast Guard. In some places my Coast Guard might have tiny other jobs, like take a few places. So having a bunch of Coast Guard seems nice. I want Coast Guard over here, for sure. I want Coast Guard around the Mediterranean. The English, the British Isles here. I don't think I'm going to need it necessarily in America. We'll see. Who is applied here? See, when I selected the whole thing and gave it orders, I kinda meant for it to follow all the orders. Nobody wants to do this. I mean, I do want to do that, but not with y'all. Anybody else have the same sort of issue? You are... so I think we have one too many regions on this one. I'm going to fix these things in between episodes, I told you. But there was something I wanted to do. Coast Guard, right, we built that. So let's put a cut in here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, there's that like button for you. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you have anything to say, do it down there in that comment section. Do remember that this is a bonus run. So we're going to continue the House of Iron campaign that we kind of finished as often as we can for as much time as we can. I'm not going to promise a daily episode of this. It totally depends on how I find time to record. There's going to be a daily E4 episode, and then this whenever I can. So, whenever that's going to be, hope to see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.